along New York. They talk about more that the football game got to be canceled than the 10 people that died. And the people that's trapped in the house. That's the America we live in. And y'all can play all your games. There is a universal God, not the Catholic Church or the Baptist Church, that put the whole planet together. And let me hip some of you old folks that need to be hip. There are more stars in the sky than grains of sand on planet Earth. That's who made you. Susan Roe didn't make you. Susan Roebuck didn't give you nappy. God gave you nappy hair. And you the only woman on the planet that wear all kind of wigs, all kind of cover, and you don't know something's wrong with you? Huh? They got you believing you're ugly? It ain't about ugly. It's about beauty. They have you locked up on glamour. Glamour. It's a big difference between glamour and God's beauty. Somewhere. I married a little old country girl. Smart. I met her at the University of Chicago. Well, she met me. Oh, they just loved her. Oh, she worked for the top people that have messed this world up. That's who she worked for. She didn't know what they were doing. Schultz, Dr. Stigler, the statistics that they use now come from Dr. Stigler. They go all over the world. They had to call Lillian. What do I have to do to them? What do I have to do to them? So then when Stigler published his first book, he called the house and said, I sent a copy of the book you get. I said, yeah, it said to Lillian Gregory, the real author of this book. I said, come on, man, you bullshit. She ain't about nothing. She organized your work. Then when he gets a Nobel Prize for it, he calls the house. They're going to like you and your wife to come to Oslo. No, you did that, man. I barely know how to spell statistics. But whatever they are, I didn't tell him this, they got to be messed up. Because nothing came out of the University of Chicago that was good. It's a game. So these little children, listen to your children now. Because they be saying all kinds of things about your dumb ass. And the reason they won't say it to you, they know you so ignorant and messed up, you would hear them. When I was 9 years old, my mother said something I didn't like, and I called her a real dirty name, bitch. And she said, what'd you call me? I called you a bitch. I was 9 years old. Where'd you hear that? I hear Daddy call you that all the time. You never chastise him. This is a game. And one day, when the real stuff comes down, y'all think y'all gonna make it somewhere special? You ain't going nowhere special. There's a real God that says to you, nigga, I made you. Not the Ku Klux Klan. And if you think I'm going to sit by and let you reduce yourself below the dignity that I gave you just so you can feed your family and pay you, I'll destroy you from the inside. That's the real God talking. Huh? That's no Klaner. You ever dawn on you the same God that created the Ku Klux Klan and the slave owner also created you? Are you aware that the same God created the Germans, created the Jews? Now, if you can't figure that out, then you're in trouble. Huh? And maybe through a set like this, where you can come and hear the talking word and then go home and put your family together and do the talking word. And make somebody else the hero other than some jive entertainers or athletes. That's the biggest game of bullshit in the world. I know you all. There's people sitting in this room now that have done more for the humanities than 98% of all the athletes and entertainers put together. It's a game they play. I called Bill Cosby. They said, man, I never been to law school. I sure would like to be your lawyer. No, did you see what that white woman 2 days ago said? He carried me to his house and gave me some wine and gave me this pill. What trifling hoe is you going to take a pill? Huh? That somebody you don't know and swallow it? And you going to come to me with some credibility? It might have happened, but what you telling me? I have no respect for that, and I'm a father with 7 daughters. Huh? But you took a pill from a stranger? Huh? And then wonder what happened? Why don't y'all be laughing? Y'all done something, it just wasn't a pill. Have you ever woke up the next day and said, I wonder what got into me last night? I did. So we'll fast forward. My daughter, my oldest daughter, Michelle. Them niggas scare me. They don't even talk like that. He said, Mother told me to find out if you had some time that I could do an interview with you. Yeah, she said, well, we're doing an interview on the family, whole class. And you could do it on one or two things, the family, or you could do it on the astronauts. So I said, you going to do it on the family. Okay, she gets a little note. She's 6 years old. Yeah. Dad, how did you propose to Mother? I said, Michelle, me and her got married on February the 2nd, and you was born March the 28th. Now, you've been with me. You know all my children are bright because I didn't mess with them. Huh? She said, oh, I think I'll do it on the astronaut. All my children is bright because I told them education ain't nothing. Huh? Nothing. All the folks you read about in the Bible, wasn't no schools then. Huh? The Egyptians that built the pyramid, wasn't no schools then. What kind of fools are y'all? Napoleon had the greatest army at the time in the history of the planet. And he went to Napoleon, where them niggas don't even make matches, and beat up his whole army. Took their stuff, they didn't use it, threw in the ocean. And then the real people came in. The real ones. Of course, he thought he ran the country. The real white boys came in and said, he said, let me explain to you. No, you can't explain to me what happened. Let's get out of here and go home. We got the scientists in here. So they went back and Napoleon said, what happened? He said, voodoo. Now, you know why you're laughing? Because they tricked us all and make us believe voodoo is something. Voodoo in French is a French word, spiritual Adam. You can't see. Neither one of them would translate to Uncle Tom. Y'all can play all your games about Uncle Tom if you want. But one day you better figure it out. A tomboy is a tough girl. A tomcat's a tough girl. When it comes my turn, this thug that made it weak and y'all buy that. Uncle Tom is a shapeshifter. Okay? But here's this white boy and come over here and you listen to it. I mean, the one clue you should have jumped off on, Columbus didn't discover America. The boy got lost. I was born on October the 12th. I've done more to discover America than he did. So when you stop and think about it, Columbus, you don't need to go to Harvard. All you have to ask is, how can you discover a country that's already occupied? And if you buy that, I can walk out here tonight and discover your car with you sitting in it on the parking lot. You say, get out this car, I'll discover it. Sit in the back seat and teach me Thanksgiving. The universal God is not in the business of making fine booties or fine lands. George Washington wasn't beating up the British for the right to open up a college, for a right to be free. The song don't say, give me education, give me death. They give me liberty or give me death. For all you black folks sitting here think you free, you ain't free. Huh? You have never been liberated.
When Dick Gregory comes up here, did I tell you to bring your sleeping bags? Dick Gregory is like Daddy Google. You put in a question or word and wham! And you know your head is just buzzing. Then you go to sleep and you wake up and you extract maybe 1 or 2 jewels out of all that. But your life changes. It's like telepathic, whatever is in all of that Google is something for you. So thank you so much, Detroit. Thank you for coming. Dick Gregory has elevated us.
These white ladies sitting over there, were y'all the ones that interviewed me? Where are they? I guess all white folks do look alike. The reason I said you all are some beautiful white women. All they show us on TV is glamorous white women. And every white woman that's ever been murdered, you hear them on the TV say, gorgeous, beautiful. Have they ever killed an ugly white woman? And white women, y'all know how they portray black folks on TV. You better go back and look at them movies and see how they portray you. Yeah, Dracula came to your house, not mine. And you should have known the way he was talking. I love you. He's sitting there with a tuxedo on and no shoes. And then all the movies talking about the same. She in this big old mansion and the wind is blowing them drapes all the way back to the kitchen. Now her sister would have got the hell out of there. A dumbass white woman go, is anybody out there? Dracula laying in the wood. Yes, my dear. So she climbs over the balcony. Ain't got nothing but a damn rope. And he going, so she just follows it, and she comes to, here he is. She said, oh, I am so lonely. I love you so much. I'm saying, look at his feet. That nigga ain't got no shoes on. There's snow on the ground. You don't know that's something strange? Full moon. So old Dracula pulls her over and kisses her. And she thinks he's a gentleman because he didn't kiss her in the mouth. He kissed her right there where that vein was. And now she a little Dracula. So she said, can I see you again? I said, I won't be this way till the full moon. Say, I can handle it. Say, no, by that time you need to get your own route. Somewhere. So I married my wife because my mother said, no son of mine to ever get a woman pregnant and don't marry. Well, that sounds cool to me because she didn't say you had to stay with her. Now, she didn't know she was saying that's what it sounded to me. So Lillian gets pregnant. And you folks getting ready to get married? Whew, take a tip from the brother, man. When you get them pregnant, it don't cost nothing for a wedding. Y'all be going through all the bullshit. Trying to act like you're a virgin. You're trying to act like you don't know what you look like. So now to cover it up, you got to get you a $65,000 wedding dress. If you're black, you get a used one. Or if you're black and slick, you just go out there and make like you're going to try it on. You go mad, take that shit back. And then from there, you get the bridal suite in Jamaica. Are you crazy? I didn't go through none of them expenses. You ever got nerve enough to be kissing in front of the family and that's the first kiss? You know you've kissed her before. My first experience I had with dating, I met a girl's father. She didn't want to go to prom with me. I didn't want to go to prom with her. The doctor's son she wanted to go to the prom with, he was with this other girl. The girl I wanted to go to prom with, she was with this other guy. So I said, look, let me tell you what we ought to do. You ought to go with me, I ought to go with you so we can watch them niggas. Is that clever? In high school, we'll watch them. So I go by her house to pick it up. Back in them, they said, I'm 82 years old. I drive by no house. We walked and got her. She put that thing up and walked all the way because she fall. I ain't going to grab her. So I go by and I meet your daddy. Nigga, this is my daughter. You think I was coming back here to take you to the prom? I just want you to know, my daughter, she better be back here by 10 o'clock. I said, why don't we let her stay and I take your ass? And so he get to putting all these restrictions on me. And I said, wait, ho. She didn't tell you what this was about? She didn't want to be with me. I didn't want to be with her. The girl I wanted to be with, the guy, we just going together so we can watch him. Huh? Now, since you said it, I wouldn't even like her. We ain't going to dinner when we get through, so I hope you fed this winter. Because when it's over, we'll be right back here. Matter of fact, you say by 10, I'll have her back here at 9 o'clock. And that's how it worked. And then we walked to the school, to the prom. And I found out something. See, back in the 40s, you better not be born with little bitty legs. That was enough to get you put on the, what's the list that you can park free? Handicap list. Oh. Yeah. And so what I did, carried her there. But I learned something I didn't know. Oh, she got a fine booty. The universal God is not in the business of making fine booties or fine lands. Huh? And y'all done forgot what's in the booty. It's doo-doo. So the bigger the booty, the more shit you got in it. And you ought to see my old lady's booty. Take her to the garbage can. Let her, you know what I'm saying? That's what's in it. You go down tonight and go downtown and see a big old garbage can. Ain't nothing in it but garbage. So I brought her home. It's just like you women dating married men. It ain't nothing wrong with it if you got enough sense to eat before he picks you up, because he's going to eat dinner with his wife. So he ain't looking for something else around 11 o'clock at night. That's why y'all got all them store. You ain't eating nothing but sandwiches. That nigga ain't going to buy another full meal. So when you know he eating, you eat. So y'all both be getting hungry at the same time. Mm-hmm. It don't take much to figure it out, right? So, did you go to your high school prom? You ever been to a prom? Ooh. Well, did you think he was pretty when you was in high school? And you didn't, I probably still do, but I mean, you didn't feel funny that you was the only person who thought you was pretty? You don't think it might be in that yellow thing. See, we don't like to talk about that. I'm just trying to wonder, you look so gorgeous and you didn't go to the prom? You did go to school? Okay. No, proms happen in school. I just, you had girlfriends who went to the prom? Did you feel bad that night when you didn't? You ever been in a mental hospital? Well, regardless of whatever they tell you, just as happy. My daddy. Well, I was just asking you for a reason. That you wear them long dresses, like I said, little girl I was with, you had little big legs, like Hollywood. But baby, when she put that gown on and you couldn't see them legs, she had the most gorgeous face at the ball. You see how it works? At the ball. But I already made a commitment. I was just going to go there as a spy. She was going home. So I carried her home. And old Pop was upset. He didn't know I was coming back that early. He in there with a young girl. She said, wait a minute. No, go get your ass in there. Go in there. Then you find out what's wrong with him. It's the whole thing. There's a universal God that made this body, not white folks. The universal God made this body. And let me tell you how you got that body the same way I got mine, he got his, you got yours. A penis went into a vagina. And out of that penis came an ejaculation of 500,000 sperms. A 500 million sperms. And the one that created you and me outran 500 million sperms and got there first. Damn it, you should know from that you are somebody. You the best of 500 million sperms. Huh? If my judge carried y'all out to the best restaurant in town and it's a 500 million, he's going to take us to the best, you know you in for a treat. Huh? So how you let somebody read? See, it wasn't no one sperm came out and slowly strolled up the fallopian tube. That one responsible, you hit the deck running and outran 500 million sperms. So you need somebody to tell you, you are somebody? That's who you are. If you got a $10 million Rolls Royce out there, And I go out there and take that $30 spark plug out, it shuts down the whole car. So everything the universal God gave us, if you let a white racist system keep on messing with you, your system shut down. I can't speak for you, I can speak for my mama. If my mama was alive tonight and she came here and walked up here, you think she's so spiritual and beautiful and peaceful, you think God just spit her out. But if you tried to explain to my mother Jesus Christ wasn't a Christian, she'd stomp your ass to death. Why? Because her ignorance wouldn't permit her to know that Christianity never happened till 300 years after Jesus Christ was dead. My mama didn't know that Jesus' brother, James, they killed him the same way he killed you. She didn't know none of that. That's what raised me. The Ku Klux Klan didn't tell me Santa Claus was a white man. My mama told me that. I can't get away from that. I'm in the house with her. I go to work with her. She called white folks yes and no sir and they could, and then come back and call black folks Mary. Sister, they're still in there. Y'all play all these games y'all want. You'll see what they're doing to you in Detroit. You couldn't do that to a German. You couldn't do that to a hillbilly white. They're free. You ain't never been free. We're the only group of people in the history of the planet that opt for education over liberation. George Washington wasn't beating up the British for the right to open up a college, for a right to be free. The song don't say give me education or give me death. Say give me liberty or give me death. So all you black folks sitting here think you free. You ain't free. You have never been liberated. And that's why the thing is so messed up. That's why can't nobody have no respect for you. Y'all sitting around now yelling at the Mexicans. You're taking our job. Nigga, I'm 82 years old. You didn't have a job before they got here. Okay? And especially in this old dog-ass town with them unions, you couldn't be an apprentice for a good job. There wasn't no Mexicans here. We built this country. You don't even act like it. You don't even act like it. The Chinese built the railroads. Mexico was built by Mexicans, for Mexicans. So they might not be able to read or write, but all them big machines they use when they building them 100,000 buildings, all of them know how to use it. You don't. You can't even get an automobile franchise. So that's who you compete. And you haven't figured out the thing. Everybody hollering and screaming at them. Let me tell you something. My man Craig, he's a judge, but we're going to make you a thug in the hood. And you know how to be one because that's all you see in the daytime. Me and him is partners. We own a liquor store. Got that? We only selling liquor to children. And the only reason we ask for your driver's license or somebody to make sure you're a child. So the government and the police come down and bust us. Who do you think they're going to put in jail? Come on, you're scared of me? Who they going to put in jail? The owner, right? Well, how come they ain't putting the owners in jail who's harmed the illegals? Ever thought about that? I don't want no conversation. You just figure it out. I'm saying if I'm violating the law and I've got you violating it, but you get arrested and I don't, then you understand how tricky this is. Then you understand why they're having so much trouble to kick them out of here. This is a game. This is a game. And I look at you all siding against her. They come over here and check. Like, nigga, you ain't had no job. They didn't just start coming over here. They've been here. Going through all kind of hell. Oh, I wish Jesus would send, God would send his son back again this week as a Mexican. Listen, y'all singing, were you there when they crucified the Lord? Nigga, you wasn't there then, and you wouldn't be there now. So what they're doing? They're doing something to Jesus. Let's get out of here. You hear me? You ever been to Mardi Gras? Oh, you live there. You live there. Mardi Gras. The Mardi Gras is the biggest Christian festivity in the history of the planet. And those of y'all you ought to go. You ought to go. The only time in New Orleans, and they got some mean, vicious, ungodly, dog-ass cops. The only day a cop can't take off from work is the Mardi Gras, when the Christians is there. And when we Christians get their whores come in from all over the world to help us celebrate. And then the big Tuesday is Fat Tuesday. Huh? Fat Tuesday. And we eat everything moving. Then on Ash Wednesday, we say a prayer and go fake a fast for 40 days. And the problem with us Christians, Jesus Christ came in and died for our sins. Well, you ain't changed nothing. If Jesus Christ come back today and bug the wrong people, they give him the electric chair. And we all be walking around with big chairs around our neck. Were you there when they crucified? Are y'all crazy? Why y'all singing and act like you sad by they crucified your Jesus, and if he came back and bugged the wrong people, they kill him again? And that don't bother you? Walk around talking about the devil. I ain't never understood the devil. I ain't never seen a fat devil. You want to see fat folk? Go to the Baptist church Sunday and sit next to the choir. If they want to know how to lose weight, just say, follow the devil. Don't do what the devil do, just follow him. You ain't never seen a fat hoe? Why are you Baptists complaining about you fat and a hoe ain't fat? Huh? All over the world, ain't no fat prostitutes. And you read about all this, I just read with this big church in Buffalo, New York. Caved in. Y'all see that, son? From the snow. I'm trying to find out if a bank or a whole house in Buffalo ever caved in. Come on, God. You ever see them fighters get in the ring, make a sign across and get knocked out first go? Who was you praying to? Fear God. What kind of fool is you? I got 10 children, and if my children feared me, you know something wrong with me. Huh? God said, if you do this and do that, you will burn in hell. Wait a minute. You told me to forgive, but you ain't willing to do it. In a Christian society in America, the second most retail sales, second only to Christmas, is Halloween. And the biggest outfit is devil outfits in a Christian society. You can't go and buy Jesus outfits for Halloween. You cannot name your school. You went to high school, what was your logo? What was your logo? Bulldogs. I mine too, Bulldogs. Southern High School Bulldogs. But you couldn't name a public school Southern High School Green Jesus, White Jesus, Black Jesus. But you could name it after the devil. The Duke Blue Devils. The Wake Forest Demon Deacons. Now I've seen demons, but I've never seen both of them together. You understand what I'm saying? It's your problem. I've never heard the word Klan before I heard the word Santa Claus, and it was from my mama, a white boy. I didn't have enough